Okay, picture this. You finally got your setup ready, you take a deep breath, and you click go live. The little dot turns red, boom. The entire internet can now see you. But you look at the viewer count, and exactly 3 people showed up. And let's be real, one of those is just you checking the audio on your phone, one's a supportive friend, and the third, probably a bot. If that painful, incredibly emotional reality stings because, well, you've lived it, or if you're just starting out and you really want to skip an entire year of total confusion, you are in the right place. This explainer is built exactly for you.
So let's get right into it. Today we're breaking down the insights from Jan Mauro's incredibly practical guide going live. And to do that, we absolutely have to start by debunking this cruel, pervasive myth. You know the one. The advice that goes, hey, just be consistent, be authentic, keep showing up, and one day you'll just blow up. Well, as Mauro so perfectly puts it, that is a wish wearing a strategy's clothes. Streaming is engineered, not won. Being authentic, that's just the baseline. It's not a growth plan. Relying on luck is literally just buying lottery tickets. So today we're getting into the mechanical truth of actually building a channel.
But before we can build this machine, we need a massive mindset shift right up front. You have to stop staring at your follower count. Followers accumulate forever. It's a total vanity metric. I mean, a person who clicked follow 2 years ago and literally never came back, they still count as a follower. Instead, the only reality-based metric that actually matters is your CCV, or average concurrent viewers. This is the active, live, breathing human audience watching you at any given second. CCV is what actually dictates your ad revenue, your subscriptions, your sponsorships. It's the holy grail of streaming.
So, welcome to the explainer. Today, we are breaking down the exact step-by-step operating system required to build a sustainable stream. We're stripping away all the noise, the obsession with a $5,000 camera setup, the algorithmic guessing games, all of it. Instead, we're looking at a reliable system of 4 mechanical levers. And when you pull these levers consistently, you engineer your own channel growth.
Here's our diagnostic roadmap for today. We're going to cover lever 1, get found, lever 2, retain viewers, lever 3, build belonging, lever 4, get paid, and finally, we'll wrap up with surviving the long game. All right, let's jump in. So, lever 1, get found. Let's talk about category math and the clip flywheel. Frankly, nobody is going to stay for a broadcast they never actually see in the first place, right? This brings us to a concept called category math. Now, beginners almost always choose a massive famous game, thinking, hey, that's where all the viewers are. But let's think about your visibility for a second. If there are 2,000 channels live playing that game, your brand new stream ends up at like position 1900. You're basically buried in a broom closet at the back of a giant stadium. No one is scrolling that far down. Now, consider a niche game. Maybe it only has a medium audience, but there are only 150 channels live. Even a modest viewership bumps you up to position 60. You are highly visible. People scrolling will actually see your thumbnail. Being visible in a small pool absolutely always beats being invisible in a giant one. But here's the catch. Category math only captures people who are already on the platform looking for streams. To reach the millions of people who aren't, you need the clip flywheel. This isn't optional. It's a daily, non-negotiable workflow. Step 1, overcapture moments while you're live. Just hit the clip button generously. Step 2, after your stream, go back and trim out just the absolute best 2 or 3 moments. Cut the fluff, start right at the action. Step 3, package it up. Add captions because, let's be honest, most people scroll on their phones with the sound off. And make sure your face cam is nice and visible so they actually connect with you. Step 4, post these daily as vertical shorts on other apps. This pushes your content out to non-viewers. Now, it takes a few months to build momentum for sure, but this flywheel, it's the #1 growth driver for small channels today. Moving right along to lever 2, retain viewers. We really need to talk about the first 30 seconds. Okay, so what happens when you finally earn that click? How do you actually make them stay? Well, the critical first 30 seconds of a stranger's experience are literally everything. Think about it. At 0 seconds, they land midstream with absolutely zero context. If you're just sitting there in silence, hyper-focused on your game, they're going to bounce by second 5. You absolutely must eliminate dead air. By 10 seconds, they need to hear you narrating your thoughts, even if you're talking to an empty room. By 20 seconds, they need context, saying things like, okay, for anyone just joining, I'm trying to beat this boss without taking any damage. And by 30 seconds, your overall energy should make them feel welcomed. You have to stream for the stranger who just walked into the room. Now, beyond those high-stakes first seconds, you have to watch out for these highly underrated retention killers. First up, audio. Listen, viewers will absolutely forgive a cheap, grainy webcam, but they will instantly leave if your audio is harsh,
echoey or crackling. Fix your microphone before you buy anything else. Second, clean up those cluttered visual overlays. Give the screen room to breathe. Third, and actually, this one is massive, hold a consistent, predictable schedule. You cannot build a habit in your viewers' daily life if they have no clue when you're going to be live. Doing 3 consistent days a week beats burning yourself out on 6 completely random days. And finally, like we mentioned, constantly reestablish context for newcomers. Clear away all this friction, and they will stay.
All right, lever 3, build belonging. Let's dig into why chat is the product. This is the phase where we transform those transient, passing watchers into a fiercely loyal community. And here's the mantra you need to internalize. The game is the excuse. The room is the product. A viewer can watch literally anyone play a video game, and guess what? There's always someone mechanically better at it than you. But what they cannot get anywhere else in the world is the culture of your room. The inside jokes, the warmth, the specific connection they have with you. You're not just playing a game on a camera, you are hosting a room. Once that clicks for you, your entire approach to streaming completely changes.
So how do you actually build that room? Step 1. When a lurker finally gets the courage to speak up, greet them warmly. Make it a genuinely safe place to chat. Step 2. Remember details about your regulars. Seriously, they are your co-founders. Treat them like it. Being remembered is arguably the strongest social glue there is. Step 3. Build shared room rituals. Specific inside jokes or, a unique way you celebrate a new subscriber, that turns a standard broadcast into a real place. Step 4. Raid out to your peers. Please, don't hoard your audience. Sending your viewers to another small streamer at the end of your broadcast builds a reciprocal network of warm, pre-trusted traffic. It's a total game changer.
But here's a crucial warning. Renting your audience on a platform you don't actually control is incredibly dangerous. Algorithms shift overnight, and random, unexplained bans happen all the time. You absolutely must build a home off-platform. Create a community hub, like a chat server, where your regulars can hang out and keep the energy warm between your live streams. And even more importantly, start an owned contact list, like an email newsletter. If your channel vanishes into thin air tomorrow, this list is your insurance policy. It's literally the only way you can reach out and say, hey everyone, here's where we're streaming now. Okay, lever 4, get paid. Let's break down the revenue stack. It is time to unpack the honest, real-world math behind turning all this hard-earned attention into a sustainable income. Streaming income isn't just a lucky lottery ticket. It's a stack. You've got your on-platform revenue, subscriptions, which are great and recurring, but heavily split with the platform itself. You have bits or donations, which are super spiky and usually tied to big celebrations, and ads, which provide steady pennies but actively trade against your viewers' experience. Together, these really only make up a fraction of a true living wage. The reality, the life-changing, durable money for most established streamers actually comes from off-platform revenue. Let's look at these two side by side. On-platform income is heavily capped. It's limited by the platform's huge cut and your raw daily viewer count. It's a great place to start, sure, but to build real business resilience, you need to deliberately sequence your way into off-platform income. We're talking sponsorships, merchandise, digital products, and affiliate deals. A relatively small channel that has a deeply trusting, highly engaged community can be incredibly valuable to the right sponsor. So build the community first on platform, and then slowly, carefully introduce these highly scalable off-platform revenue streams when your audience is actually ready to support them. And finally, Section 5, surviving the long game. Burnout and the infamous partner grind. We have to talk about the psychological endurance required to actually make all this work. Almost everyone starts out chasing that partner badge, right? That shiny verified checkmark. But let's define the actual reality here. Hitting partner requires high double-digit CZV, sustained scheduling for months, and a manual human review to prove your numbers aren't just a fluke. Realistically speaking, this is an 18 to 24-month-long game. If you go in expecting to hit it in 3 months, you are going to quit in month 4, which is exactly when your clip flywheel and community systems are just starting to compound. You have to manage your expectations. The long game is entirely about pacing yourself so you're actually still around to collect the reward. And to survive that 24-month climb, you have to avoid a few very common fatal mistakes. First, whatever you do, never buy fake engagement or bots. It completely ruins your account's algorithmic standing and it will get you banned. Second, protect your energy. Burnout kills way more channels than bad algorithms ever could. Third, set firm boundaries. That parasocial bond your viewers feel for you, it's incredibly powerful, but it's also asymmetric. You have to maintain a real life outside of streaming to stay sane. And lastly, if you missed a week of streaming because life happens, just come back.
The streamer who ultimately survives isn't the one who never ever stumbles. It's the one who recovers quickly without spiraling into a pit of shame.
I want to leave you with this final, kind of provocative thought. Are you just chasing the partner badge for your ego? Or are you trying to build a sustainable community that you actually love spending time with? The entire streaming culture constantly pushes you to chase the checkmark. But honestly, a mid-sized channel with a couple hundred highly engaged regulars, a diversified off-platform income, and a schedule that doesn't completely ruin your personal life, by any honest measure, that is an incredible, massive success. You get to define your own terms. Use these 4 levers to engineer your growth, and the next time you press go live, do it with a plan. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this changes the way you look at building your channel.